again with another video. So topic that I'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to why men need to wait to enter into relationships. The one thing that y'all got to understand at the end of the day is that the reason why men need to wait to enter into relationships is because you need to make sure that you build yourself in every aspect of your life, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, in every aspect of your life, mentally as well too, if I did not mention that, right? You want to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be able to be at a point of self-actualization in order to be able to take care of another person, talk more or less about a family, right? But you see a lot of men rushing into relationships with women because a lot of men live in scarcity, right? You have to understand that you have to have a mindset of abundance, right? If you were able to, in the past, when you were in relationships, have a girlfriend, you have to understand that if you can have one girlfriend, you can have multiple girlfriends, right? If you can have one girlfriend, you can have multiple girlfriends. Let me repeat that again. If you can have one girlfriend, you can have multiple girlfriends. You have to make yourself the prize. You have to put yourself first. You have to put yourself at a point in order to be able to get to self-actualization before you start making a woman your wife, making a woman your girlfriend. You cannot put yourself at a point where you're going to make somebody your wife if you're not at that point of self-actualization. When you get to that point, right, as you improve, because you're going to continue to improve until the day you die, you're going to see the woman start pushing towards you being in a relationship with them even more than you want to be in a relationship with them, right? You have to be able to pay attention to the signs that you need to be able to improve in your life. You can't just rush into a relationship because you live in scarcity. Stop living in scarcity, live in abundance. If you can have one girlfriend, you can have multiple girlfriends, right? Multiple girls are going to like you in this life, but you have to put yourself first. You have to improve as a man. You need to become wealthier, get your money up, right? Invest in assets that are going to generate you cash flow for the future, so you don't have to spend every single day of your life working, right? Improve your physical peak, right? Put yourself in a position every single day in order to be able to live a healthier lifestyle. Stop eating crap every single day, right? If you eat it once a week, cool. But you need to be able to eat the things that are going to be able to help your body be at peak performance. Because if you don't eat the right things, you're going to feel tired throughout the day. You're not going to accomplish as much, and you're going to feel like you didn't accomplish a lot, and you're not going to feel good about yourself. So there are certain things in your life that you can do in order to be able to enhance it so you can be able to get more women to come into your life, right? But that's not going to come through you not prioritizing yourself, you not putting yourself first. Because if you had to put yourself in a woman's position, a woman's going to always put herself first before she puts you first, right? If not always, majority of the time. That's why you have to always put yourself first. You need to be able to level up, to improve, to put yourself in a situation that's going to be able to help you to get to be the best version of yourself. That's not going to happen if you're not putting yourself first, right? And then on top of that as well too, once you get to that point of self-actualization, you have to be able to use the spirit of discernment that the Most High God gave you in order to be able to choose the right type of woman. A lot of you don't choose the right type of woman, and then from there you end up getting a woman pregnant and she becomes your baby mother, even though you did not pay attention to the signs that she was not for you, while you guys were obviously going through that talking or dating stage, right? You did not pay attention to the signs. You did not pay attention to the signs that she's not supposed to be, that she's not for you. She's not ready to sacrifice everything that she has for you. She's not ready to put herself last when it comes to you, right? Because most men, you want a woman that's going to be able to submit to you as the leader, right? We live in a generation right now, we live in a society where you have a lot of traditional men and you have a lot of modern day women, right? So you have to understand that chivalry is dead. When it comes to the way that you treat a woman, you treat a woman how she treats herself, right? If she doesn't respect herself, you don't respect her, right? You need to put yourself first, and you need to respect the woman, and you need to allow the woman in your life that are going to be able to provide value to you, as well as you providing value to them. Because you as a man, you know what type of value you can provide to a woman in her life. Financially, you give her the security, right? You're giving her, like, in every aspect, women want men that are greater than them. So we live in a society where they're trying to tell us that we want 50-50 relationships, right? When it comes to men and women, women don't go for their equals. Women go for men that are greater than them, whether it's in physical condition, that are stronger than them, make more money than them, are taller than them, right? Are providing a lot more value. So you as a man, when you've gotten to that point of self-actualization and you're able to be at that point, you have to have certain requirements on the type of woman that you are looking for. And that comes with that spirit of discernment. When you have the spirit of discernment to determine that there are certain things, certain flaws about her that you do not like, you have to move accordingly and disqualify that woman and not allow her to be able to be in your life and to be able to have you to be brought down to a lower level. That's why I tell you guys, you have to be careful with the certain types of entities that you're allowing, right? Because beyond this physical body that you see, there are spirits within these bodies. And you have to determine whether that spirit is godly or demonic. If that person is moving with a very demonic spirit, you need to be able to be careful and not allow that person into your life, especially when it comes to having sex with that person and getting that person pregnant, and then you have a child. Right? Because if you're a person who has a godly spirit, you have that spirit of discernment to determine that this person is not meant to be in my life because they possess a bunch of demonic qualities. So when they possess those demonic qualities, you don't want to mix godly and demonic qualities because they're not the same, and it's not going to end up well. You're going to put yourself in toxic relationships, right? Especially when you come with requirements. When you come with requirements and then you put yourself in a toxic situation, that woman is not going to respect you. And how can she respect a man that doesn't value himself enough to say that I don't want that type of energy in my life? I don't want to deal with that type of woman. You got to value yourself first. You're putting in the work every single day in order to be able to improve your life around you. So why would you not value yourself? Why would you not put yourself first? Keep leveling up. Who's stopping you other than yourself? The problem in society is that other people try to look at other people's success and say that that's my competition. You're your only competition. Let me repeat that again. You are your only competition. You are the only person that is standing in your way of success. If you do not value yourself and put yourself first, you are only putting yourself in a hole, because society is only going to continue to get worse. If you're not improving, if you're not becoming more spiritual, becoming more woke on a day in and day out basis, you're only putting yourself in a deep hole. Focus on the things that you can do on a daily basis in order to become the person that God has called you to be, right? Stay away from the ways of the world. The ways of men are not the ways of God. The ways of man are the ways of the world. Focus on dwelling within God, becoming the greatest version of yourself on a daily basis so you can become the person that God has called you to become. That comes from dedication. That comes from hard work. That comes from putting in the work every single day in order to be able to elevate, right? A lot of men enter into relationships with women because they feel like they're forced in that they live in scarcity instead of living in abundance. And when you live in abundance, you're going to realize that there's a lot of women that want you. And then from there, you have to use that spirit of discernment to be able to determine whether this woman should be in your life long-term or short-term, whether you don't even want her in your life at all. And my thing is that if you use certain qualities on your scale as a man in order to be able to disqualify or qualify women, you need to disqualify the women that are not going to provide every type of value that they can to your life, because there's a lot more women in this world that are not going to be able to provide some type of value and that are going to come into the relationship or come into you dating them asking you what can you provide to them. You can provide a lot to them as a man, especially a man that's on his purpose, but you need to value yourself first. You need to put yourself in a situation that's going to help you to elevate. So focus on yourself, elevate every single day, improve physically, mentally, spiritually with your connection with the Most High, physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, so you can become the person that the Most High has called you to become. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. And this is going to be in this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Woke Ebuks, WOKEEBUKS, and tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, so with social media links, so make sure you go give those a check. But without further ado, this is going to be the end of this live stream. This is Woke Ebuks, Woke Family, and we're out.